All right, good people. We are back with the TNEC cast. You know, this familiar face is your boy Shuff with the Weapon K.
Yes, sir.
And that face that you see,
Cheesing.
our teammate, our great friend, family member, Miss Sarita, aka Pro Rita. She's going to be our
Hey.
special guest today. It's really weird calling a teammate a guest, but you know, it is what it is. She's gonna be a guest in terms of the show. So Weapon K, what you got, baby?
All right, so we're just going to get Sarita's background. I hear you have a great story, and I can't wait to hear it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to
Coach
be talking
got
about,
you.
because I think it's going to tie in just finding your tribe, finding your the people that you want to surround yourself with to elevate you to the next level. All right. So for our viewers,
Yes.
Mrs. Sarita, tell us a little
All
something about
right. Hey,
yourself.
everybody.
Like, where you from?
So I'm from Chicago.
Okay.
I was born and raised right outside of Chicago, about 10 minutes west in a town called Maywood, Illinois.
Mm.
And then I went to Atlanta for a little while, lived there for about 10 years, and then I came back in 2008. So no place like home. I've been here since. I'm not going anywhere. And yeah, so born and raised right here in Chicago.
That's crazy. Cause I lived in Highland Park for a while.
Okay.
So that's what, North Chicago. Yeah, the
Yeah,
suburbs. Chilling,
it
chilling in the
is. It is.
suburbs.
That's okay. Still Chicagoland. We embrace you.
So what got you started on the fitness journey? Was it just you wanting to feel better about yourself, or you just wanted a challenge?
You know what? I have always been interested in fitness. So about maybe 7 years ago, I hooked up with Herbalife, right? So that's when I really started getting into working out, and I found my way into the gym and found my love and my passion for working out. But that wasn't a good fit for me because it was something that I really couldn't maintain and sustain as far as like their structure, which is, that's their thing. It works for some people. It just didn't work for me.
Mm.
Um, so I've been in and out of the gym for years. Sometimes I'll work out consistently for a few months and then not so consistently for a few months, and then I'll go hard again. But it was never something that I was consistent with until about maybe a year ago. And then I became really consistent with working out, but I wasn't doing the right things.
Mm.
Um, so of course, Doe is kind of introduced me to the whole bodybuilding thing, and I was watching her journey. And I reached out to her. We had a conversation about whether or not it was a good fit for me. She asked me a lot of questions about what organization, and I'm like, girl, I have no idea. She said, well, I think I need to hook you up with a coach. Um, she said, but you can't just have any coach. You need to really find a coach that's going to work for you. So she told me about Isaac. Um, and she also told me about another coach. But I just felt like the way she spoke about Isaac with so much passion and just so endearing to him, his personality. And when I heard about him and she told me about his personality, I felt like, okay, that's probably going to be the coach for me. So reached out to Isaac, and here we are, right?
Yeah.
So
So let's take a step back. How'd you meet Doe?
we actually went to grad school together.
Oh wow.
And it's so funny because today on Facebook popped up our Facebook memories. It was like a then and now. And there
Mm.
was a picture of us with the rest of our cohort from grad school. It was we did our capstone project, and it was
Mm.
our last picture. We were all dressed up in business casual or business attire. And then that was the then picture. And then the now picture was the picture that we took at the Margaritaville with the No Excuse crew. So it
Wow.
was really, and that was
Wow.
today. That was today. I might share it if
Wow.
they let me go back on and share that. But yeah, so that's how we met. We met in grad school.
That's
We was
crazy.
we were in the same cohort. Yep.
And the power of
Yep.
social
That's
media
dope.
right there.
Right.
Nah, for
Uh huh.
real.
Right.
Yeah. One last question because I feel like I just taking the throne right now. I'll let Isaac get the next one. You said before, you were just talking about how, you hit the gym for a couple months and then you'd be like, I think, whatever. And then you get slack off for a couple months and da-da-da. What made this time stick? Was it the guidance that made it stick, or is it the people that
Yes,
surround
yes.
yourself with?
So I'm the type of person where I have to have a goal. Like if I'm just doing something just to do it, I'm gonna do it, but I'm not gonna go hard like I would if I have like a define. Okay, this is what I'm trying to reach for, no matter what that is. So I think it was more so the accountability to my team, to my coach, knowing that now I have this date where I'm going to step on stage and I refuse to get on stage and embarrass myself, embarrass my coach, embarrass my team. Before it's like, okay, well, I'm going on vacation. I'm going to try to look good, but,
Mm.
it's not a real big deal. I'm not going to be front and center. So I think that level of commitment is what kept me disciplined.
Okay.
And then I fell in love with what I was doing. I fell in love with it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that made the difference.
What you got, Isaac?
Yes. Man, so I got a lot. So as on, cause I said everything about what I wanted to ask. I want to keep it timeline relevant. So we're
Mm.
still kind of talking about the beginning stages. So I guess what I'll ask is when you made the decision to become a bodybuilder, what was the first moment where you had holy shit, I'm in bodybuilding?
Um, it was after the pro win. It was after the pro car win. I actually,
Uh-huh.
because people started reaching out asking like, oh, okay, I saw your show, I saw the posts, I saw the pictures, and I didn't know you were bodybuilding. And I'm like, wait, is that what this like? I am doing that. So I guess for me, you when you think bodybuilding, you think like classic, right?
Mm.
And
Mhm.
so it really didn't hit me until after that. And I'm like, okay, like I'm for real, like this is a thing. I knew before that it was something that I definitely wanted to be consistent with and continue on with. But I think it was afterwards when I heard people saying it that it was like, okay, like that's what this is. This is pretty cool.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
So as somebody that so a lot of people that come into bodybuilding have because I'm in this crowd, looked at it for a few years before they actually like looked at it, wanted to do it, but wasn't. I don't even say wasn't sure, just didn't know how, just a lot of different things. So when you decided, to jump in, to bodybuilding, what was your first thoughts about it? Like, what did you think it entailed?
Definitely not this level of discipline for sure. I was thinking, okay, I'll have a coach. He or she will write a plan for me. I'll go to the gym every day and I'll just make sure that I don't miss any workouts. Um, didn't really think much of it outside of that, right? Um, so of course, when I realized what all went into it, I was extremely like taken aback. But by that point, I loved what I was doing. I loved the way my results were coming together. So it was okay. But yeah, okay, you just be disciplined for a little while and you get it, right?
Right.
I was wrong.
So,
So
so on that, so what was the biggest surprise early on? Because you talked about the discipline. Like, what was like the biggest surprise? Something that like caught you off guard. Like, holy shit, I didn't realize.
I would say the change in my body with very little change on the scale. That was amazing to me. So that's when I remember we had the conversation and you were like, I think you started to believe. I always knew I would see change, but I
Yeah.
didn't expect it to be the way that it came. I thought I was going to see it, a bunch of weight loss in the beginning. And, I would just be a smaller version of what I saw every day. And that wasn't the case. So I think that was like the biggest. shock and surprise for me.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
want,
So
I'll go for it.
go ahead, Kay, go ahead.
All right, so I want to talk about the training aspect. What did you have any specific changes you had to incorporate when preparing, like when you're in like prep, then off season, or is it all pretty much the same? You see what I'm trying to say here? That makes sense.
So I really haven't had an off season per se.
Mm-hmm.
We did a little growth in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really know. I'm still learning about the off season and what that's going to look like, going for. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know
So
what to
so I,
expect.
so so real quick, I'll do Coach Card real quick. So basically, what Kyrie's saying, what was the difference? Because you mentioned doing growth. So what was the difference in your training between growth and then prep? Like, what differences did you notice?
Well, I'm gonna just be really transparent. The first thing was my drive was much different. When I started prep and we narrowed down the show, it was like, okay, you go, this is a priority. You have to prioritize your workout and your nutrition. When I was in growth, I had the mentality like, oh, well, I'm growing, so I can eat a little bit more, or I could do this, or it's really not that big of a deal to skip this workout. Um, so it was really more so the change in me, I think, and
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily the change in the plan outside of the cardio and the decrease in food, of course. Um, because cardio is not my friend, but yeah. So it was. I saw a big change in myself, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a change in my dedication level. I mean, of course, like I wanted to do it before, but when I started prepping, it was like, okay, I got to show. I have to make sure that I'm doing my part. I
Mm-hmm.
think that was the biggest transition. So I just did what I had to do. After that.
Yeah, I feel that because I'm going into prep now, and it's just I'm locked in. I'm like Terminator mode. Or like in the off season, it's
Yes,
just like I'm also Terminator mode, but it's just like I could eat this pack of M and M's.
right.
Like it is what it
Yes,
is. I could use the extra calories.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's sick.
yes.
So go
That's
for
the
it.
same for me. Same for
Um,
me.
so in terms of training, what's your split looking like right now?
As far as
As in like mine's is chest and shoulders, back day, arm day, rest day. You see what I'm saying? And yours is, let's say, push pull legs, for example.
Yeah, so we have three lower body days. So
Mm.
two glute days and then of course legs, and then we have push, pull, and then upper.
Ooh.
So yeah. So the training has changed since the genesis, of course, because now we found my home. And so of course coach had to change the way that I'm training, and I'm feeling it. I noticed the difference. Okay.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, so I mean that's kind of how we split it up. So glutes, and then I think it's push, and then legs, and then pull, and then glutes, and then upper. So it's kind of split like that.
So talking about Genesis, how was your first show? How was the
Amazing.
experience?
Amazing.
Yeah.
I knew that it was going to be a great experience. I just didn't think it was going to be a magnificent experience.
Mm.
The win was icing on the cake. That was just icing on the cake. Um I still can't put into words what that feeling was like. Just being backstage. I mean, just first of all, when I put my TNEC robe on, oh, you couldn't tell me
Oh, I'm sorry.
anything. Okay. I just felt like looking at pictures of people who are preparing for their shows beforehand. They're getting glammed up, and then they have the robe on. It just made it official for me.
Mm.
And then I rep TNEC with all of the pride in the world.
Hell yeah.
So to have that, on my back, the No Excuse crew, and I'm in the moment, right? And then to be backstage and meeting the other ladies, and just the camaraderie back there. I didn't expect that. So that was a positive experience. And then when you get ready to step on that stage, I don't know. It's just, I was a ball of nerves, but I was so excited still. And then when I stepped off for the first time, I'm like, wait, is that, I know I go back on, but is that, that's it? That's all? Okay, when is my turn again? I want to go back, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, is it my turn? So I didn't anticipate that. I didn't anticipate loving the stage as much as I did. So yeah.
So let's take it back. What is this? 7 weeks, Isaac? Prior to Genesis, whenever the comment was made.
Yep, seven
Oh,
weeks. Yeah,
Let's talk
yeah,
about
that
it.
comment.
Let's talk about that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the comment. So I joined the bodybuilding group when I decided to do all this, just to kind of peek in and see what the life was like. And so at the time that I posted this picture in the group, and I'm not really very active in those groups, but I was so proud of the progress that I had made. And so I posted the before picture, and next to it was the after picture. And I actually posted this picture to the group before I even posted it to my main social media page. So I was 7 weeks out at the time from the show, and I posted the progress picture. And there was a lot of congratulations, you did great. Oh my gosh, who's your coach? You look good. Such a quick transformation, all of those things. But there were only two comments under all of the comments that I had that were negative comments, but those were the comments that stuck the most. And one girl said, okay, well, yeah, you made a lot of progress. Let me know how your show goes. You probably won't place, but I'd be interested to see how your body changes. That was one. And then the other comment was from someone who said that she was a coach and a judge. And she said that, you should push your show back. You're not ready. People don't understand how lean you need to be to step on stage. So she was kind of making those comments. And I told her, nope, not going to do that. I trust my coach and I trust me. And so I'm going to follow the advice of my coach. You're not my coach, pretty much. And so that hurt. That hurt just for a moment though, because then it was like, okay, yeah, these people don't know who I am. They have no idea. So let me go ahead and show them. And when I tell you, I could not wait to go back in that group. Ooh, I could not wait. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
So that was a comment, Kyrie. Yeah, it shook the crown a little bit. I'm not gonna hold you. It definitely shook the crown, but I wouldn't let it fall. I just held on and used that as fuel. I heard Coach talking about that before, as far as how those things will affect you, and that's exactly what it did. It fueled me. It just added another layer to give me that push in the morning when I didn't want to get up to do my cardio. It's like, don't prove these people right, prove them wrong. So yeah.
I'll say it's something that we talked about on the cast a few weeks ago. Well, actually, not even more than a few weeks ago, because it was after the after you won. And it's one of those things where people don't realize they're lighting fuel, lighting the fire, and then the other thing is, like I talked about, in hindsight, I remember didn't really know what it was, because in my mind I was like, oh, maybe she's believing more now, but something changed, and I'm not gonna sit there and pretend like, oh, I knew what it was. I just knew something changed, and then once I found everything out, I was like, oh, okay, now I see, I see what changed, and that's what makes that such a dope story, because I can pinpoint, like I knew something, I didn't know what it was,
right,
but that's when you took it to that next level, and we see the result of that.
Yeah, I think in the beginning I was really apprehensive to share my journey, just because people don't understand, they don't truly understand that the journey. What's the point? Why are you doing this? Like, well, there's a lot of different reasons as to why this is beneficial for me. I mean, I'm a nurse. I take, educate people on taking their medications when they have this ailment to, be compliant with that. But then I don't really believe in that. And so I have this struggle every day when it comes to my profession and then my personal beliefs. I really should have been a holistic nurse, but I didn't go that route. It's not too late though. I'm really thinking
Never
about
too
that.
late.
But I just, it's a struggle for me. So if you can change your body without introducing all of these chemicals to it, change the outcomes, you feel better and then you look good. I mean, where's the loss in that?
Mm,
But people just don't understand it until they've gotten a taste of it.
mm.
So I
Yep.
was really apprehensive to share my journey because I didn't want the negativity. I didn't want the feedback. But once I got those two comments from strangers, nonetheless, and it shook me the way that it did, I'm like, you know what? Why do I care? Like, I'm not usually the type of person who cares about the negativity, but I just didn't want the distraction because this is something that's new for me. I didn't want it to shake me up in a way to where then I got discouraged. I didn't think that it would, but I just didn't know. So after I got a taste of that and I was like, oh yeah, that didn't really do anything for my discipline or my drive. I'm all right with it. So I'm ready to take whatever comes with sharing my journey. And it was a positive outcome. So I'm glad that I did.
So I'm gonna ask the next question because this
Yeah.
this is like, man, when you talk about perfect segue, this is how you know this is all family. This was the perfect segue. So Sarita was talking about sharing her journey. So Sarita's realness and her being so genuine is infectious, and she's inspired so many people to get healthy. And um, so the way I'm going to word this, number one question is, how does that feel to know that you're inspiring and you're not trying to? So it's not like you're up on a platform saying, "Hey, be inspired by me." You're just sharing. You're literally just sharing your story and kind of letting people know, "Hey, if I can do it, you can do it." So one, how does it feel to be so inspiring? And then the second part of it, you've helped spark change in several people's lives, with what we've done with the challenges and everything like that. So, so one, talk to us about how it feels to be an inspiring figure. And then two, talk a little bit about, the challenges and, just have at it when it comes to that.
So it's an honor, first of all. I didn't anticipate having that type of response from my transformation picture. I mean, at this point, I hadn't even stepped on stage, right? And so it was just like this transformation that I thought was great, 5 pound difference, but my body looked totally different. I mean, I actually was sharing the story because I was praising you. I thought what you did was awesome, right? Not realizing the part that I played in that because it did take my discipline and me just following your guidance and being able to follow in that moment. So that was awesome. Just seeing that they were encouraged by it. It let them know, okay, you know what, I can do this too. Saying that to someone, saying, oh yeah, come on, you can do it too, is much different from them seeing you do it and then you telling them. I think once you've been through it, then they respect your opinion a lot more because you've done it. I mean, rightfully so. I didn't anticipate it being such an overwhelming response, which I'm thankful for. It's humbling, for real. And I'm a crybaby, but I'm not gonna cry. But it's an honor. It really and truly is. And just seeing the changes that we have made with the TNEC Get Fit with Sarita Challenge, and every day I get a text message, just thanking me, and I'm like, I didn't do anything. I just told you about it, right? But it does make you feel like you're making a difference, and that's my purpose on this earth, is to make a difference. And one of the main reasons why I decided to become a nurse, because I felt like that was my area, that was my arena to do that, to give back to people. But I didn't anticipate this kind of side role that is now becoming the main role, and it's leading me to pursue different things in my nursing career because it's more in line with what I believe. And it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling. Had no idea that fitness was going to do all this for me. Like, no idea. No idea. So it feels pretty awesome.
I can tell just hearing the passion in your voice, dog. You know what I mean? That shit's inspiring to me. Damn. Like, you know what I mean? To have someone like speak so passionately about something, saying like, yo, like, and humbly as well, saying like, you know, other people would be like, yeah, I get text messages all day, ain't no problem. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. She's like, yo, like, this shit actually like touches me.
It does. Every time I get one, every time, you know, I got one yesterday. I shared it with Coach, and she's like, you know, she's a nurse, and we met. We were working for the same company at the time, and you know, I kind of helped her with some other things. She came to me for some advice on other things, and I told her what I was doing, and she followed that path, and it worked for her. And so when it came to this, she's like, you know, expressing how she felt about herself, and it just really touched me. I'm like, why don't you do this? Try it. I mean, what could you lose? Mm-hmm. You learn a little bit, you know, if it's not for you, it's not for you, but I think you should try it. And so yesterday was our first week weigh in for our second challenge, which is awesome. And she shared her results, and she was very pleased. And she was like, you know, thank you. I never would have thought this would have worked for me. So thank you, you know, so that makes it worth it. You know, it just does. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry, but it does. It makes it worth it to be able to make a difference for people.
Yeah. Isaac, you had a question?
Well, it's not, I just want to add real fast because Sarita is very humble, which is one of the things that I really like. But you know, with the challenge and what Sarita's done in terms of bringing people in so we can help them, you know, a lot of people get caught up in the weight loss side of fitness, but like we've made life-changing things happen in 4 weeks with real foods. That's like the crazy part about it. You know, I mean, not crazy to us, but like, you know, to the world, like, wait, that's possible? I didn't have to drink of this, or I didn't have to do, no, it's all right there at the grocery store for you. And, you know, because one of the things, what makes me so proud of Sarita is that she really like was like, I need you to do this. She pulled in the, hey, you say you got me, right? Well, you need to have me card. That's what she pulled that on me. Not you know what I mean? And so, and I'm so glad she did, because like we've really, really, really made some big changes for some people in a short amount of time. And I want to just bring this back up because I want to thank Sarita. I mean, I guess we can call this publicly, just because it's like, what she started is now starting to spread out. And there's another way, you know, our mission, we keep saying our mission is to change the world through fitness. You know, like with Sarita saying, that's why I kind of raised my hand. When I first started this, I didn't really think that this would be my career and what I do. I mean, I hoped, you know, but now, you know, now here we are. And, you know, now, you know, with what, you know, Sarita's been able to do, Kay, what you've been able to do, what we've been able to do as a team, like, it's really amazing. Like, sometimes you get caught up, like, because we're looking at it up close because we're inside of it. But when you get that chance to kind of like step back and see what, you know, what we're doing as a whole, you know, and now what Sarita has spearheaded, and, you know, it's opened up a whole nother avenue, because I was anti-challenge. I was anti-challenge. I was anti-Facebook group. I was like, nah, we're not doing this. Mm-hmm. But you gotta listen to your people. You know, so it's, I mean, you know me, I'm always finding these damn lessons like Aesop fables, you know what I mean? But, you know, you got to listen to your people because, again, Kyrie pointed it out just now. That humble passion that you can, that's right there is this, and it's genuine when Sarita speaks about these things. So I was like, I got to do my part, you know. Then, you know, as a team, we rally around, and you know, and then you just see, you know, you see what's happening. So I guess my next question, I don't want to steal. Actually, no, Kyrie, you can ask it because my next question was what you almost asked before.
Oh, that is my next question. So I'm gonna ask it.
Yeah, so you so go ahead. Yeah, because I
What's
almost did it. I
next?
almost did. I was just flowing. I almost did it. That's literally what I almost said.
Right.
I was like, wait a second.
What's next on the menu? You just slayed
I'm sorry.
Genesis. You just slayed Genesis. What's next on the
Yes.
menu? What are you hungry for? What you got?
Well, of course, the pro debut, which Coach and I have decided will be the Diva, June 26th.
Okay.
So yeah, so that'll be the next show. Depending on how that goes, I'm hoping for a top. I think it's top 5 or top 3. I think it's top 5.
No,
right?
I know what you want. You know, you want top 3, and you because I know
Top
what you're getting
3.
at. You want top 3.
Top 3. I need top 3.
We talk about the money. We talk about the money.
No, I just want to qualify for
for
the natural
athletes.
athletes. Yeah.
We on a natural show. We want top 3. That's what we want. That's the
Yeah. So that's it. That's what I want to do. So that's next. That's next on the plan.
So bigger picture, what is the end goal with fitness and this journey that you're on?
I honestly want to continue to help people. I had not told Coach this.
Perfect time.
But I actually have I have one of my patients in the challenge.
Okay.
Yes. And so I would love to be able to change my practice, my nursing practice, and kind of get away from, okay, take your metoprolol, your insulin, and your hydrochlorothiazide. Just, I don't want you to take that now. We're going to do something else. So I would like to transition my nursing practice into something a little bit more holistic. So there's some things out there I've been researching that could augment my nursing license and combine the fitness and the nursing together. So I'm gonna see what's to that. I'm gonna see what we can do with that.
And that is what we call moving ruthless.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, that's it. Wow. So
we appreciate your time. This is such a wholesome episode. God, I just feel so good inside now, dog. Like, even my cat's just like, what's up? Yo, that was just so wholesome. Anyway,
thank you guys. Thanks for inviting me on.
It's only right.
Cardio was always lit on Wednesdays. I know the episodes drop on Tuesday, and I'm like, oh yes. So now
I can schedule.
Yeah. So Wednesdays are always lit because I'm listening to the TNEC cast. So thanks for having me on. I would like to public thank you to my coach. He kind of took me under his wing, and he's so passionate about my success. I'm not gonna cry.
She's gonna cry.
No, you better stop because you did it at Genesis, and now you're trying to get me emotional.
Just let it out. It's fine. Let it go. Just let it go.
He is extremely passionate about my success on my journey, and I thank you for that, Coach. I really do. So it's been great. Just to sum it up, it's been great. I'm really enjoying this. It's been so fulfilling for me. And thank you to Doe. I've told her before, but she definitely steered me in the right direction with helping me find my coach. Because Isaac is my coach. So.
So you my pro reader, you know it.
Damn.
So I'm trying not even say that because I'm trying to hold it together. I'm a tough guy. Can't be having me. Can't be having me. But no, but I will say that means a lot because you got like you guys know, I care a great deal, and the people that know me and actually care to get to understand me, I might be wild and crazy, but at the end of the day, that's all coming from here because I just care that much, and Sarita gets that, you know what I mean? So that's why it's very easy to say push all my chips in and say whatever you need from me, and I want to say it's the same thing with K. He knows he hits whatever you need. Well, and actually, and both of y'all are kind of like, well, hey, wait, no, let me do like, because I'm just like, what do you guys need? What do you guys need? Because my job, I feel is like to nurture these, my team that's like this. You know what I mean? These are two extremely, great individuals, that I call, Sarita's my twin, Kyrie's my little brother, and I'm not on some that fake social media. No, I love these two, and I prove it. They know any second of the day they need something from me. I got them, and that's why I'm very kind of. I love the direction where this where this episode went because appreciation is something that doesn't get shown enough in this world. Or you wait, we see like rest in peace DMX. We see when they're gone. Now everybody wants to throw these flowers and everything like that. Nah, damn that. One, thank you, Sarita, for giving me the flowers while I'm here. I want to make sure that, okay, Sarita get their flowers from me every day as much as I can. You know what I mean? And that's anybody else, but thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I can't wait to the next show.
Well, I appreciate you guys for stopping in for this episode. Follow Sarita down there. You see her at it's on Instagram, and we'll catch you guys next Tuesday. Thank you.
Subscribe. Stop watching and not subscribing. Come on, we got 300.
We got 211 last time I checked. I think I checked last night. Yeah. That's crazy. Anyway, side note, subscribe, like it, comment, all that good stuff. All right, I'll catch y'all next Tuesday. Later.
Peace.